Hello, people. So we are back again to give you more news, more gist, but basically news. And of course, you know me. I'm Tiwa Says,
Your boy,
and
the
my
ugly,
host
the
or
ugly, the ugly,
my co-presenter,
the ugly.
the ugly, the ugly. Okay, so the news we are bringing to you right now is, it's sad. It's not really a pleasant thing, but it's what keeps happening in the country, and we need to talk about it.
Nigeria, my
There
country.
needs to be more, news and awareness about this because they
The
can't keep
happenings.
happening. Okay, so we are talking about this person. His name is Wasiu Oseni Ajadi. And according to his story, to start with, he just came out of Kirikiri. He spent 3 weeks there.
Sad.
So according to his story here, he was picked on the 14th of July of this month. And how was he picked? He's a bus driver. Yes, he's a bus driver. And this particular day, his vehicle, the bus that he was using for the transport business, had issues. And because it wasn't particularly his own, it wasn't his own, he borrowed it from someone. So he had to make sure that he got it repaired so that it can give it back to the person to probably work the next day. You know how they do it. They take turns and all that. So he said it took a while before he got the car repaired until late in the night, like 10, and then he went back home. And according to him, he had 3 kids at home, one age 14, age 10, and age 6. And when he got home, they hadn't gotten anything to eat because there was no mother in the house. He lost his wife, according to him, 2 months prior. So it was just him doing the role of mother and father and still having to work and all that. So when his kids told him that there was no food for them to eat, the food he left before he went to work, he's been exhausted, they've eaten and they're hungry. What was the next thing for him to do now? He had to go out to get food for his children, even though it was late. So he got the food. And according to him, when he was coming back, which was already like 2:11, he was walking back. He already had the food in the takeaway parts and he was just walking. He even said that he could see from where he was, he could see his house far off, but a car parked, just close to him. And he was wondering who he was, only for him to see that, okay, is this, it was police vehicle. And he recognized the police inside, The police is called Supo Akim. I guess he's a popular person of Makinde police station at Oshodi. He said he's also called Spider. The Supo Akim is also called Spider. So he saw that, he's someone that knows him and he knows him. They knew each other. And he was telling the man that, okay, he went to get food for his kids and all that. Well, that part is still shady because if you just saw him, I don't know if they were raiding, but if they were actually raiding, he knew him. Okay, he's a bus driver and they were familiar with each other.
So the idea of this raiding thing is just to extort people.
They were familiar with each other and he was trying to tell him that, you know me, I know you. I just went he even saw the food with him. That I just went to get food for my kids at home. They are hungry, it's late and all that. He said they spent quite a number of minutes talking, going back and forth, but the policeman was unrelenting. And at a certain point, he hit him with a rod, with an iron rod that was with him. He hit him on his leg, close to his knee. And he said it was quite painful, but he just had to endure. And he thought, okay, I'm probably having a bad day. The car got spoiled, now police issue that, okay, he'll be released the next morning. So they were taken to the police station. But he said the next day, and he wasn't the only one. He said there were about 6, but 2 people got bailed. They called their family or friends and they were able to bail them. The 4 of them, they were taken to the task force office the next day, and they were told to write a statement. And he was wondering, like, he didn't kill, he didn't fight, and why is he having to write it? But he did write the statement anyway. But before he knew what was happening, they were before a judge. And he said he told the judge what happened, stated the story, he was going to get food for his children, it was late in the night and all that. But all to no avail. At the end of the day, he was sentenced to 3 weeks in Kirikiri. And he went to Kirikiri. Isn't that sad?
Well, this is like a day-to-day life for a poor man in Nigeria. If you go to the police station today, this is not a fact, but almost 60% of the people in police stations are innocent. So it's normal to do your readings, but what is the agenda behind the raiding? Why are you raiding? Because something needs to happen for you to raid. You don't just wake up and go to raid. We understand why police have checkpoints, right? To stop people's car, check what they are carrying, in case they are carrying anything they're not supposed to carry. But what is the idea or the agenda of that raiding at that particular time?
And at this point, if you know the person.
Yeah, I was getting.
You know the person that, okay, oh, this is a popular bus driver, and he does his business around this area. So he also knew that super spider, super Hakim. So they knew each other. So I don't know at what point, but he now said, if he went further to say that, when he got to Kirikiri and all that, the leg started to swell. He was having a lot of pain. The leg started to swell. After a while, the leg, opened, the wound opened, because apparently the injury was very bad. The way he hit him must have been very bad. And for the 3 weeks that he was in Kirikiri, the leg just kept swelling, kept festering and all that. And nothing was really done about it. And he also had injuries on his arms. Like the handcuff that was used on him was probably too tight. And I don't know if there was some struggling or what, because he had a lot of injuries on his arms as well. So he was just full of injuries, like big festering injuries. And now he's out. He stayed 3 weeks in Kirikiri, and now he's out, and he's helpless because he can't walk. I don't know if we'll be able to show you the video of this, because it is really, it is gory and it is obscene, but the leg is really bad. He can't really do anything right now. So he is appealing to the police force that if they can compensate it, because, he didn't do anything. And a lot of this keeps going on in this country, and I don't think he should go on. He didn't do anything. He just went to buy. His offense was that he got home, his children said, "Wow, Daddy, we are hungry." And, being a father, and they don't have a mother, like, oh, they can't go to bed hungry. He went to get food for his children. Coming back to the house, he met his Waterloo, as they called it, as they say it. And that was just in 3 weeks. I'm even wondering now, how do you think the children would have, how would they have fed without their father? They didn't even know what happened to him.
Yes, exactly.
They didn't know whether he was dead, whether he was alive. He didn't have anybody to call. He said in the midst of all the hula baloo, he lost his phone. So he couldn't even call anybody.
If you ask me, I would call this like abuse of power, because you feel like, oh, you can oppress this person, then you go ahead to do this to this person. You know fully or clearly that this person is not a criminal. You know fully, you know what he does for a living. You know he's a driver, he's a bus driver. So why raid him? Why arrest him? Because you can't doesn't mean you should. Once they give people I'll go back to this story where this Navy officer was killed by the wife of like the Captain General. From the story, they said she was fond of hitting this man. The Navy man was just like a Liberian. We have like different areas in the Navy. So he was just a Liberian. He takes care of the library in the Navy.
Okay.
So the wife of this general was fond of hitting him, like slapping him and all. So he stood for himself that day and he was like, you know what, I'm not going to take it anymore. So while she was trying to slap him, he held her hand, and then she went ahead and told the other boys of the husband that, oh, this man laid hands on me. They didn't ask him any question.
It's a word against his now.
They didn't ask him any question. They beat him till he died.
He died?
Yes, because they beat him to stupor. And before he was rushed to the hospital, he died. What would you call that? Abuse of power. This man, it's the police words over this man's words. He's a what do you call them? When somebody loses their wife, or anyway, he's a single father. He's a widower.
He's a widower, yeah.
He's a single father. He has 3 kids to take care of. This is his only means of income. This is how he takes care of his family. And then you take this head out of the life of the children. What is to become of these children?
Orúkọ mi ni oseni, wasiu, Adéwálé. Ṣé gbogbo àwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ní Wasiu Róyà. Ọmọ ìlú Ọ̀yọ́ ni mí, ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ state ni mí, àbí mi nílùú Ìbàdàn. Ìgbà tí mo parí secondary school ní 2002 ni mo dìbò Òṣòdì. pé kémi náà wá àtijọ́ àti wá ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ mọ́tò ní ṣíṣe. So ní last month tó kọjá driver ni mí, mọ́tò tí mo wá lò lọ́jọ́ yẹn, mọ́tò yẹn ní fault sí sáìdì ìyànà sọ́lẹ̀. Mọ́tò tí ó dẹ̀ ń ṣe mọ́tò mi, mo lè fi mọ́tò lẹ̀. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ wá bí mọ́tò yẹn máa wà lọ́dà láti rí pé mo gbé dé ọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tó ní mọ́tò. So kí ni ẹ take time yẹn gan kó tó lè wá parí ẹ̀. Mo lọ rí nǹkan bóyá bí after 10 kó tó lè wá parí mọ́tò yẹn. But alhamdulillah ìgbà tá a parí mọ́tò yẹn tí mo gbé mọ́tò yẹn délé, ó sì lọ bí nǹkan bí 11. Ọ̀gbà mo délé, àwọn ọmọ mi ti sùn. Wọ́n ní oúnjẹ tí mo fílẹ̀ fáwọn ti jẹ tán látọ̀ sùn. Ẹ kò sí ọkọ̀ sí àwọn ọ̀bẹ jẹ. Níwà ẹni tó jẹ́ mọ́ sí wọn. Ó ṣẹ̀ ṣaláìsí ní ó ti lọ bí 2 months báyìí tí àwọn ti kú. Èmi nìkan àdàgbé àdàfà. Èmi máa jẹ bọ́n ìmáa mu. Èmi nìkan ló wà àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. Mo ní láti sáré gbéra pé kí lọ wá ní táwọn ọmọ yẹn máa jẹ pé kó má bèbè sùn. Because ọmọ kékeré ni wọ́n. Èyí tó dàgbà jù nínú wọn òun ni 14 years. Èyí tó tẹ̀lé 10. Èyí tó jábúrò wọn ju bóyá lórí almost 7 years lọ. Èmi tí mo jágbàlagbà náà mo mọ bébí ẹ̀ náà. So èmi láti jáde láti wá nǹkan táwọn ọmọ yẹn máa rà. Mo rí oúnjẹ yẹn tán ó ṣòdì road. Mo ti lọ rí oúnjẹ yẹn lọ́dọ̀ alájà ó ṣòdì road. Mo dẹ̀ rí oúnjẹ yẹn tán pé kí n máa padà lọ sílé. Mo lọ feed àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Mo ò ṣe ẹ̀ tètè mọ̀. Mo kàn rí tẹ́lẹ̀ ẹ̀kan páàkì mọ́ mi lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Ìyẹn AK Spider. Ọlọ́pàá Mákindé ló ti ṣiṣẹ́. Ọlọ́pàá Mákindé AK Spider la máa ń pè. Mo dẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ mo explain fún oúnjẹ táwọn ọmọ mi máa jẹ òun ni mo wá rà. Ó dẹ̀ mọ̀ mí dáadáa, ẹni tó mọ̀ mí dáadáa ládùúgbò tó mọ̀ mí náà ṣẹ́ mi. Ó má pè mọ́tò yẹn mo wá ọmọ iṣẹ́ tí mò ń ṣe. Mo bẹ̀ títí ibi mo sì ń bẹ̀ tí mo fẹ́ tẹ̀lé pé nígbà tó bá mú mi lọ àwọn ọmọ ọlọ́mọ tó pé ilé tẹ́nàǹsì ni mò ń gbé. Kò ń ṣe ilé pé bóyá ilé mo sí àbílé pọ́pùsì mi. Èmi wípé tán bá rí mi, wọ́n á bá mi kéèké àwọn ọmọ yẹn. Ibi tí mo sì ń bẹ̀ tí ò sì gbọ́ ìrìn tó wà lọ́wọ́ pé ìlà mọ́ mi lẹ́sẹ̀ nìyẹn. Mo ò tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó máa pọ̀ tó eléyìí ọjọ́ yẹn. Mo sábà pé ó dùn mí tẹ́mi gan tí mo feel pain yẹn pé nǹkan bá mi lẹ́sẹ̀. Ó sábà mú mi lọ by force pẹ̀lú oúnjẹ tó wà lọ́wọ́ mi. Mo gbà ká mi lówó ẹ̀ tó bá kú dàárọ̀ náà ó máa fi mí lẹ̀ náà máa lọ bá àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀. But to my own surprise ìgbà sílẹ̀ máa fi mọ́ báyìí. Ó kàn ní kí òbí wá jáde síta. Because à ń lọ bóyá bí 6 lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ráwọn èèyàn wọn pè. Wọ́n sì gba béèlì wọ́n sì lọ. So ó pa wá bí 4 táàrí yàn wà béèlì wa. Ó ní ká kọ̀rọ̀kọ̀ wa ni. Ó ní ká wọnú mọ́tò kọ̀rọ̀kọ̀ yẹn padà. Wọ́n start mọ́tò. Wọ́n wá drop wá sí task force office ló ṣètò. Kí la fà láì jáde láì ṣe létí. Oúnjẹ táwọn ọmọ mi lọ jẹ ló wà ní ọmọ kékeré ló wà ní ajá mi. Mo gbọ́dọ̀ kọ statement nígbà tí mo dé task force office. Mo ṣe test rẹ̀, mo kọ statement. Nígbà tó yá, kò ju bóyá bí 20 or 30 minutes lọ. Máa pẹ́ mi. Lọ́yà ní ká wá. Ìgbà mo dọ́dọ̀ lọ́yà. Lọ́yà ní kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, mo explain everything fún ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ fún lọ́yà. Pẹ̀lú gbogbo ẹ̀bẹ̀ mi pẹ̀lú gbogbo explanation mi náà, wọ́n padà ní kí n lọ lo 3 weeks ní Kirikiri. Eléyìí tó bá mi lọ́kàn jẹ́ gidigidi. Àwọn ọmọ mi mọ́ mi wà, àwọn ọmọ mi tí mo lọ. So ìgbà tí mo wá dé Kirikiri lẹ́sẹ̀ yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní develop. ó kàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wú ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wú ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wú tó ń yún mi ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní wú òru ọjọ́ kan mọ́jú tí màá jí báyìí lórí tó tó.
So this is like abuse of power, if you ask me. With all this going on, you being in a lesser position doesn't make you less of a human. You're also human. Until we learn to treat people like we treat ourselves and our family members and loved ones, it will never get better. Because if you check now, nobody is going to fight for justice for this man, this Mr. Oseni. Who is going to?
Well, let's hope that if this news gets out there, somebody might be able to speak for him or something, because these things can't keep happening. Do you know that there are even lots of people who are still there in Kirikiri, who have even been there for years,
That's what I'm saying.
and they were just rounded up in the evenings. This raiding, I don't know what the point of this raiding is. They just rounded them up, or maybe I don't want to say that. Okay, when they just feel like they need money, they just gather boys. Okay, round them up and then build themselves.
Yeah, that's how they make
so
money.
the unfortunate people, the unfortunate ones who are not able to get people to bail them, are the ones that. What happens that, okay, you are just taking a stroll in the evening and you are not holding your phone. They will just carry you. Nobody will know where you are.
Yes,
and
it's like kidnap.
They will just tag you as missing. Your family members will be looking for you. And some don't make it back alive. Some, that's how they are gone. And then,
For example,
this
man,
he is
like,
lucky
he's
now.
He's alive, but like,
alive,
I mean, he's fighting for his life, if you ask
yes,
me.
he is fighting for his life. And I hope he gets the help that he needs, because see his state. See those injuries. They are deep.
We'll show you the picture so you see what I'm saying.
They are deep.
For me, as a Nigerian, life is already leading you 10-0, right? If you are not poor, you're handicapped to me. So imagine now he's poor, which means he's handicapped.
And he's only trying to make a living.
His wife, his support system, his wife is late now. So it makes it even worse.
And he has
Now,
kids.
his legs, he can't walk. So without his legs, he can't drive. He's a bus driver.
If he's not careful, he may lose that leg because the wound is deep.
Yes, it's entering. Like, I don't want to use the word Jera because, but then it's not looking nice. If you ask me,
No.
it is really, really sad. How is this man supposed to feed the kids now?
Three kids.
Yes, how is he supposed to go about it?
If he was caught in a situation where he was stealing, then he went to steal somewhere and they caught him and beat him up. He's so different, like that it's not any of that. You were just about your own business, And according to him, they even saw the food with him. They saw that okay. Assuming you had even said you had followed him to the house, or okay, you are lying. Okay, follow him to the house and you say, but there is even somebody that is
they know each other, like the Supo, the commander of that
radio. So you see
radio.
that, okay, maybe at one point time or the other, he was supposed to give him, these bus drivers now, when they are driving and police, there's something that they give each other.
But I don't think
that he didn't do that.
I don't think
so
it's
why?
that. I don't know if this is a fact, but then, police said they have a particular amount of money they have to remit every day. So, be you good or bad, they have to generate that money. So I think they don't care.
If they even now want to generate, okay, they could have just allowed him to call somebody in the morning, or not just.
He lost his phone.
He lost his phone. Well, they could have used somebody's phone. Maybe he had somebody's number in his head. You can't just take somebody from the road and just take him to Kirikiri like that. Thank God it was even 3 weeks. There are people that are there for years. 3 weeks, but if he was there for 3 weeks without all these injuries, at least he'll be able to pick up his life. But the way he is now, no.
Our prison system is not it.
No.
And how we treat the non-criminals.
The bastardization is
You treat a layman as a criminal, an innocent man as a criminal. How do you not treat the criminals?
Why will he now not even be a criminal? This person now, if he gets over his injuries now decide that okay, he will not be a criminal.
She be na Kirikiri. I don't kuku go before. I don't do anything. I go Kirikiri. It's just sad. It's really
sad, and I think we need to do better. Police force, please, we need to do better, and then something needs to be done for this man. His story is very pathetic, except there is something he's not saying. So we don't know, because we've heard his own side, but
I don't think
we don't know whether while they caught him, maybe they caught him with drugs or something like. But even
does he deserve to be treated like an animal?
He doesn't deserve to be manhandled and assaulted that way. Those injuries are too much. If you kill somebody, let the judge, let the court take do the judgment, and then he goes to prison, but not bodily inflicting pain and injury. And
the question is, what was his crime for being sentenced for 3 weeks? There are too many questions to these. Like, why was he sentenced?
There are too many questions, because he came before the judge and he stated his case, but the judge still sentenced him for 3 weeks. So what
Why?
was the? And then he was said he was forced to write a statement, even though he didn't do it. He was forced to write a statement. So
So who checkmates these things?
it's really
Is
sad.
there like a system that checkmates these things? Because for many people now that don't even have phones are in the police station, nobody, and most of the time when you are being arrested, you are not allowed to make a call until you get to the station where they seize your phone. And then where are your rights? Where does your rights come in as an individual, as a citizen of the country? Because if you are in your country and you are being treated like an animal, where are you safe? If you ask me, I don't know. So I'm asking you, you know, the people in power, the Mr. Spider, you did this one.
Super Spider,
Yes.
Super Hakim.
Super, you know, he's known for the name
Spider. Yes.
So
This is not good enough.
if I know you so well to know your nickname, then there has to be like some chemistry between us, like some friendship and all. If you can do this to somebody you are familiar with, what then would you do to somebody you don't know? It's really sad.
It's really sad, and you know, it should be better. Things should be done in a more civilized manner. Even assuming he was even caught in the wrong, you know, you don't inflict pain. That's not it. You go through the right channel, sentence him, maybe take him to court, let him be sentenced, let him serve his time. Not that you be not jungle justice, you know, for whatever. So you know, we need to do better. We need to do better. And I must say again that he needs to be compensated. He needs to be treated. He needs treatment as it is. And I'm also hoping that his children will be taken care of. I don't know what happened to them for those 3 weeks that their father was not around and they recently lost their mother. I can imagine they must be traumatized by now. Please, let's do something to help. Even fellow Nigerians, we don't have to wait for the police force. Please, let's help this man. Let's reach out to him and help him.
Every humanitarian agency, any way you can help them, please just find a way to help. Reach out to these people. They need all the help they can get.
Please. So that'll be all. Oh, my bad. That'll be all for today. We just thought that we should let you know, and bring it out there so that we can all be, be conscious and be aware of these things that are happening, and also for help for this man. So till we come back next time, that'll be all. Don't forget to subscribe and also like so that you can get notifications for our future videos. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles at The Eagle Online.
Please be safe out there, guys. Be safe out there.
Yes, please.
Bye. Until next time.
It's important. Be safe out there.
Pray for Nigeria. Bye, guys.
Be safe out there. Bye.